hoping to play against Villarreal. He missed the last game we played against them, so. But then again, that's football for you, and of course, with Aaron suspended, we'll have to make a few changes.
Samuel Luckhurst.
Hi, Ollie. Scott and Fred have got a very good record together in terms of winning games, not lost many games. But there seems to be from some fans a sense of uproar when they do start together. From your perspective, why do you play them as often as you do?
Those, as you said, first of all, the stats for them together, we've had many good results. The energy they give us, the way we broke up play against Villa, I think they're very instrumental together in that respect. Energy and desire, and I really like to have the two of them. There's two that I can trust that will always give you what they've got. Fans will always have an opinion on any team selection. When you've got good players like me, it's easy to say who should be playing. It's harder to leave players out.
Ivan Camilio.
Hola, buenos días. Quería preguntaros sobre por dónde consideras que pasan las claves para ganar mañana al Villarreal, y luego sobre qué destacas, ¿no?, del Villarreal. Muchas gracias.
Well, you expect what you have learned about Villarreal the last few seasons, and of course we had a final against them not long ago, which we remember not too fondly. As clubs, we've played each other 5 times. Every game has been a draw, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, and 1-1. And unfortunately, they win the penalty shootout. They're very well organized. Some very good individual players. Tactically or technically, very good. As we saw, I've seen so many times, they can play from the back, play with the technically gifted players they have. It's hard to press against them, which I thought we did well against them in the final. Pressed quite well, won the ball a few times, but difficult to create chances against them, of course. And we have to be better than in the final. We have to be better on the decision, better on the passing, more quality, maybe more tempo to create chances. And it was a very even final as well.
Simon Stone.
Hi, Ollie. I don't think it's time for knee-jerk reactions, but the fact that you lost your first game, does that increase the pressure on you to get a positive result tomorrow? Because even though it's only one game and it's still very early, if you end up with 1 point or no points from 2 games, then suddenly it becomes very difficult.
Yeah, you're right. Of course, it's a group stage. There's only 6 games. You need 10, maybe 12 points to go through, most likely. And we've lost 3 points last time. Of course, Atalanta and Villarreal drew as well. So Atalanta or Villarreal's 1 point at home maybe isn't enough for them to say a draw is good enough for them either. So there's 2 teams that should really go for 3 points. If you end up with 0 or 1 point after 2 games, you need to win the last 4 probably. So it's still not a must-win game, but it's a very important game, definitely. And as I said, after the young boys, home games, if you get 3 wins home and you win 1 away game, then you should be through, or you will be through. So the focus is on 3 points. We've been looking at Villarreal again, of course, looking at the final, what we can do better, what was good in that game, and we'll get a good response from the weekend, of course.
Michael Gray.
Hi, Ollie.
Hi.
Hi, Ollie. You talked about the injury to Harry Maguire, and Villarreal went to a 5 at the back against Real Madrid at the weekend. Would that be something that you would maybe think about changing your system to play against them?
Well, when you always look at the opposition, and sometimes you have to make adjustments because of them, bigger adjustments. Sometimes you just tweak it. For us, we always look at ourselves mostly, and then to probably 80-20 ourselves and make sure we play better and do it better. But of course, the more injuries you get in defense, you might have to do tactical changes, formations. But that can happen. I've got Eric, Rafael, I've got Victor, 3 very good centre backs that I can choose from. And still Alex and Diogo are 100% fit. Hopefully Luke can be involved. We're not sure yet.
Carlson.
Hello, Ola.
Hi.
So the pressure almost arises when you lose a couple of games, and your former teammate Gary Neville has called for a clearer style of play and claims that you're not playing well enough as a team to, for example, win the league. What's your comment on his comment?
I've not read that and I've not heard it, but of course you're working on your style of play. You're working on patterns, and you're in possession game, you're out of possession game. The Aston Villa game, we broke up play really well defensively. Attacked maybe too fast. We want a fast attacking play. Gary knows that. Everyone that has been associated with Man United know that we want to keep the tempo up and attack quickly when we can. Maybe we did it too fast, because if you look at the stats, I don't think I've seen any games with less efficient playing time. It was 45 minutes the ref gave us, and 45 minutes effective playing time is probably one of the lowest I've seen. Normally you're up to 55, 60. But that's maybe because we finished the attacks too quickly. Same with Villa, they did. So more control, then the more, if you slow it down too much, it might be against a low block again and defending. And we know Villarreal will definitely defend well, and it'll be hard to play against them. So we need to play quickly. But Gary knows what DNA is here at the club and what we are trying to do.
Victor Rubio. Hi, Victor. Would you like to go? No, we'll move on from that one. We'll go to David McDonald.
Hi, Ollie.
Hi, David.
Hi, just following on from that last question. You, more than anyone, know about the pressure and expectation at Manchester United, both as a player and now as a manager. And that scrutiny kind of, is sort of intensifies when you go through a sticky patch like you have with 3 defeats in 4. But what makes you convinced that you're on the right path? I mean, you've had progress season on season since you've been here, but what makes you convinced you're on the right track? And how do you, and why should supporters continue to have faith that you're on the right track despite this sort of sticky period you're going through?
Of course, my focus is always to win the next game short term, and also think long term about squad building, keep improving, keep getting better. So my focus now has just been on winning this game, get back on track in this group, because we know we didn't start well enough with the defeat away from home. Then we focus on the league again from Thursday morning, which in the position in the league, of course, we would have loved to get 1 or 3 points and be top of the league, but we're still up there. And the season so far has started okay in the league. Champions League, we know we need to do better. And with the squad and the coaches I've got, I still believe that we can improve, and we will get that consistency.
Nacho Sanchez.
Hello, Coach. You have spoken about that Villarreal and Manchester have always drawn in their games, 0-0, 1-1. But now you have Cristiano, like the best weapon. When he was at Real Madrid, he scored 13 goals against Villarreal. Do you think he can be the key to finally win to Villarreal? Thank you.
Yes, of course. Cristiano is. You can almost say when you start with Cristiano, it's almost one guaranteed goal. He has that record in his career that he will score goals, and 13 goals in 14 or 15 games against Villarreal means he enjoys playing against them. Of course, now He knows Albiol from Real Madrid, Torres, but the top defenders. So it's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be easy to play against Cristiano either. He's determined to score goals every time he goes on the pitch. For us, I know that we will improve with Cristiano. The more he gets to know the team and the way we play, the better we will become, and the more goals and chances he will get as well. So, but we have to play well to create chances against them.
Rob Dorset.
Hi, Ollie. Good to see you.
Hiya.
I'm sorry to throw another few comments from your old teammate Gary Neville, but he's had quite a lot to say in the last week or so.
He always got loads to say, Gary. I'm used to Gary. He's always said a lot when I was sat next to him as well in the dressing room. So just fire away.
What he said this time is that you and Manchester United have to win a trophy this season or next because of the backing you've had from the board and the strengthening that you've had in the squad via the transfer window. I mean, that heaps the pressure on you. What do you want to say to your old teammate about that idea?
No, the pressure. That pressure is a privilege. To work in this environment, you have to embrace that pressure. If he says we need to win a trophy this season or the next, well, because of the backing, I've got to say yes, I have been backed, and the progress and the process has worked well. I have to say the backing I've got seems to me that we're sticking to that plan, but we're in a results business. We're here to win. We're here to get up there, and clearly we've improved. Expectations have improved with the signings, with the better performances. So I'm here to win. Don't think twice about that, and Gary knows that. Of course I speak to Gary as well, and I know that here at this club we have an obligation to win, and we have an obligation to win in a certain style of play and play the way we want. Sometimes that's risky, and you lose one or two. Lately, maybe we've lost one or two games. We've changed the team in Carabao Cup, and that's the consequences. You're out of the cup, but that's the way we do things, and we'll get there. Hopefully we'll get there around April, May, challenging for this trophy that we'd like to see back at Old Trafford.
That concludes the manager's press conference. If you'd all like to stay online, and we'll have Raphael Brown.